about the ABCs, and we can learn about the 1, 2, 3s. Well, it's all about you and me having fun together. And we can talk about your family, and we can learn anything. But it's all about you and me having fun together. It's all about you and me having fun together. It's all about you and me having fun together. Hello, everybody. Here, Cole, scoot over a little bit. You're like outside the frame here. Hello, everybody. My name is Ben.
And my name is Cole.
And we have a fun episode of Music Lab here for you today. Welcome to another episode of RME's Music Lab. It is the eldest Beatle. It is his birthday today. It is Sir Richard Starkey, otherwise known as Ringo Starr. He is 81 today.
Wow.
So in honor of the timekeeping member of the Fab Four, we are going to be playing a bunch of Ringo songs. Songs from his solo career, songs that he sang throughout the Beatle run. There are a lot of really fun songs, and especially for me, as a big Beatles fan, and I don't necessarily have the range to sing a lot of those songs, because John Lennon in the early days and Paul McCartney through the entire run have very high registers. I love doing Ringo songs because they're like right there in that sweet spot. Ringo was never considered like a great singer, especially when you consider like the band that he was in. But he had this quality to his voice that was just very comforting. And I think that's why a lot of times the Beatles, when like Lennon and McCartney would write a song or George would write a song, and they were like, they would give songs to Ringo to sing because they like his voice is going to do this song more justice than ours is. So while he maybe didn't have the range that the other three did, there was something about his singing that really like added to a song when he needed to. So we're gonna not do blues lyrics today because we got a ton of songs here, and I want to start out speaking of songs that other people worked with Ringo on. This song is actually, this is a co-write here, but this is from Ringo's solo career, but he wrote it with his past band member, George Harrison, in 1973, so a couple years after the Beatles broke up. I think, to my outside looking in, it seems like George and Ringo, they were kind of, they paired up a little bit. You know, it was like Lennon and McCartney, and then I think George and Ringo paired up outside of that. Because there's a lot of times you go back and you look at these things about how these songs were written and how they were doing them in the studio, and a lot of times Ringo and George worked really closely with each other on songs, and so that continued even after the Beatles broke up, and they wrote an excellent song. It goes a little bit like this. But now all I've got is a photograph. Photograph from Ringo's solo career. Let's just kind of go back and forth here. We'll do solo stuff, we'll do Beatles stuff, we'll go back and forth. I think, I think it's an important thing to bring up here when we're when we're talking about Ringo and we're celebrating his birthday is obviously I picked out tunes here that Ringo sings. That's what we're doing here because both of us are guitar players and we're both singers and we're not drummers. But I think it's important to recognize what Ringo did for drumming. On top of being, because he, like the Beatles were so popular, he inspired a ton of people to play drums. But he had an incredibly interesting approach to drumming, kind of like linear drumming, where a lot of times his drum beats, he would do like your traditional, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and do that kind of drum beat. That's like that's like a go-to rock beat. He would do that a lot. But he would also do stuff where he would play the drum kit like it was a percussion section in a band or an orchestra or something. So you think about like on a song like, Ticket to Ride, and he's doing like this whole thing around the kit where he's going like, and like that's the drum beat for the whole song. Is like he's not playing like the hi-hat's doing every beat and the snare drum's playing 2 and 4.
Yeah.
He's kind of playing his own part, and few drummers really service a song better than Ringo did. Ringo knew exactly what he needed to do to make a song sound great. And you think about something like Come Together, where he's just, well, yeah, so there's that whole intro part where he's doing that cool, like, drum fill thing. But then the verse kicks in, and he's just on the low tom there. That's our floor tom. And he's just going, and just grooving on it.
Grooving up slowly.
He's not, grooving up slowly, right? He's not playing anything complicated. But it's so great in its simplicity, So I think Ringo deserves a little more respect as a drummer. I think if we got any drummers out there watching, I think they'd probably agree. So we're gonna do another song here. This was a song written by John and Paul, and they wanted Ringo to sing it. The other thing too, it seemed like a lot of times if the Beatles wrote more of a country song, they wanted Ringo to sing it. I think something about Ringo's voice seemed to match that genre. So this one's definitely, this has got like a little bit more of a country thing going on in it. All right. There you go. What goes on in your heart? What goes on in your mind? You are tearing me apart when you treat me so unkind. What goes on in your mind? The other day I saw you as I walked along the road. You saw him with you, I could feel my future fold. It's so easy for a girl like you to lie. Tell me why. What goes on in your heart? What goes on in your mind? You are tearing me apart when you treat me so unkind. What goes on in your mind? I met you in the morning, been waiting tides of time. Now the tide is turning, I can see that I was blind. It's so easy for a girl like you to lie. Tell me why. What goes on in your heart? Go ahead, Cole. The same. Didn't even think of me as someone with a name. Did you You are tearing me apart when you treat me so unkind. What goes on in your mind? One more time. What goes on in your heart? What goes on in your mind? You are tearing me apart when you treat me so unkind. What goes on in your mind? Yeah, right. Yeah, off of Beatles for Sale, I believe. What goes on? Really fun tune, really fun to play. I want to take a second here while we're going through all these, and we just played an early Beatles song. We're doing August 7th. We're doing an All Sweat Productions, All Sweat Performs Abbey Road. So it's a whole Beatles tribute over there at Schweber Park in Rock Island. It's, did we decide how much it was? Was it $10?
Yeah, $10 admission.
$10 admission. Kids 12 and under getting free. We're going to be playing Abbey Road start to finish, but we're also, Cole and I are going to be, along with a few other musicians, are going to be doing a lot of the early Beatles stuff. So a lot of this fun rock and roll stuff. I'll be playing bass and Cole will be playing electric. We'll be not doing the music lab thing here, but yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So August 7th, fun for the whole family. Come on out if you love the Beatles. It's gonna be a fun night. And now let's do. Well, I feel like I should do a song off Abbey Road now, but that's not how I have the show set up. I did that the wrong time. We're gonna do another Ringo.
Ringo Starr's birthday.
Yeah, another Ringo Starr solo song. We're celebrating Ringo's birthday today, and then we will do a song off Abbey Road here, I think, to wrap everything up. Don't come easy. You know it don't come easy. It don't come easy. Yeah, you know it don't come easy. Gotta pay your dues if you wanna sing the blues, and you know it don't come easy. You don't have to shout or leap about. You can even play them easy. Forget about the past and all your sorrow. The future won't last. It will soon be our tomorrow. I don't ask for much, I only wanna trust. You know it don't come easy. And this love of mine keeps growing all the time. And you know it just ain't easy. Open up your heart, let's come together. Use a little love, and we will make it work out better. Go ahead, Cole. Yeah. Well, you gotta pay your dues if you wanna sing the blues. You know it don't come easy. You don't have to shout or leap about. You can even play them easy. Please remember, this is how we make it. Here within your dreams, if you're big enough to take it. Yeah, now I don't ask for much, I only wanna trust. You know it don't come easy. And this love of mine keeps growing all the time. You know it don't come easy. Yeah, right now. It don't come easy. It don't come easy. You know it don't come easy. All right, there we go. Now, like I said earlier, let's do a song off Abbey Road. That is not easy to play on. Not easy to play on an acoustic guitar, so I'm going to do my very best here on this intro. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves, resting our heads on the seabed in an octopus's garden near the cave. We would sing and dance around because we know we can't be found. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Go ahead there. We would shout and swim about the coral that lies beneath the waves. Oh, what joy for every girl and boy, knowing that they're happy and they're safe. We would be so happy when we no one there to tell us what to do. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. Yeah, there we go. All right. I kind of made it through that intro.
Sounded good to me.
Yeah, that's George Harrison. I could just talk all day about the Beatles, but George Harrison also does not get the love he deserves as a lead guitar player because he has some licks that are pretty hard to play, I gotta say. All right, well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us here today. I hope you had fun. I know we did. Anytime I get to play Beatles songs, it's a good time. August 7th, Schwiebert Park. Also, next week is the second session of Kidstock. Our third session is all full up, so there's no more room in that one. But second session, we still have some room. So if you or a young musician in your life is interested in getting together with a bunch of other kids and learning some songs, rocking out, and putting on a show in the Redstone Room, Kidstock next week. Sign up, rivermusicexperience.org. If you have any questions, both our emails are up there so you can get a hold of us and ask away. And yeah, I think that's all I got here. I've done all the promoting. Thank you to everybody that watched along live with us. Thank you to MediaCom. They take the show and they put it on their channel. Thank you to everybody that's watching over there on MediaCom right now.
What are you thinking?
We can talk about the ABCs. We could learn about the 1, 2, 3s. It's all about you and me having fun together. We could talk As Ringo would say, peace and love, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Music Lab. Thanks for watching. If you want to help support River Music Experience and other programs like Music Lab, visit rivermusicexperience.org/donate.